Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new podcast series in partnership with Lord Fairfax Community College. Having provided higher education and career training for the past half-century, LFCC is tightly interwoven into the fabric of the Northern Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont regions. Join me every week for conversations with current and former students to hear their funny and inspiring stories as we learn about their journey to higher education, the role that LFCC has played, where they are now, and where they plan to go. We'll also talk to current and former professors about their experiences and best memories of LFCC over the past 50 years. Get every single episode as they're released on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for LFCC Stories. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Friday as you are listening to the show today. Congrats. You have made it through another week, and it was a short week, which makes it even more complicated sometimes, I think, to get through. But we've got a happy topic today. We've got a really cool fundraiser we're going to talk about. Tracy Vosika is on the screen with me pre-recording today. She is with Families Reaching Out group, Froggy's Closet. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. She is a volunteer with that organization. Tracy, thank you so much for taking some time to meet up with me on the screen today.
Absolutely, Janet. So nice to be here.
And I joked with you before we started recording, you and I go way back, but it feels like it's been way back since we've actually seen each other in person or on a screen.
I think it feels like way back since we've seen anyone. With the whole COVID thing, it's just nice to actually be in the office and have a reason not to be in sweatpants.
Yeah, I mean, and there are days, I will not lie, there are days that I have recorded this radio show still in my pajamas, but nobody needs to know that. Nobody can see that.
Nobody needs to know. The secret is ours until we broadcast this.
So let's talk for a minute about Families Reaching Out group, about Frog and Froggy's Closet. Can you tell me a little bit about the organization?
This is a fabulous organization, and it is a grassroots organization. This is something that people who were foster parents started out of their kindness of their own heart, because what they saw when kids were coming into foster care, which, let's admit, that's got to be traumatic enough. A lot of times these kids were coming just with the clothes on their back. They didn't have their things. They were with a new family. And so this was a way to put together some donations so that kids had what they needed when they went to a foster family. They had a toy or clothes, a toothbrush, things that a lot of us just really take for granted that they didn't have. So when it started, it was a just beautiful venture and started very small and then just grew and grew. And I think grew because we started to see more and more needs that grew. So it wasn't just children going into foster care, but it was children in need and children at risk. And the beautifulness of the board and everybody on Froggy's Closet that works there, that volunteers there, is that they do this out of the kindness of their heart, and the donations that we receive, it just can change a life.
How long have you been volunteering with the organization?
Oh, goodness. I've been with the organization probably, that's hard to say because the year that shall not be named kind of messes up my time-space continuum. But I would say probably about 5 years I've been working with Tina Scully and Froggy's Closet.
I joke with people that the year of COVID should count as 5 years. So if it had been 5 years, add 5 for last year, and now it's 10, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it does feel like that. But I also think on the other way, I didn't age. That year doesn't count. I'm 1 year younger.
I like that idea. I'm totally going to steal that and start using that in the future. When this originally got started, too, I would imagine there were a lot of, on the family side, families that were taking in these kids that maybe didn't already have kids or didn't even know what it was they were going to need to provide. Because I know sometimes foster children come in the middle of the night. They don't always come
Yes.
at 10 or 11 or at lunchtime in the middle of the day.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to be fostering a child. I have a good friend who is fostering right now, and it is an emotional roller coaster, and you don't know what you need, and you don't know. I mean, things, I think that we can look back from raising children and go, oh, wait, I know I have a baby coming. I need a car seat. But if it's the middle of the night and you haven't had 9 months to go, hey, I know there's a baby coming, you don't know what you need. And so these are things that people can donate to Froggy's Closet, that they can donate money even just to have those things accessible, so that that next morning you can have a car seat for the child. You can have a toothbrush. You can have a new pair of shoes or a pair of shoes. You never know when the child comes, what they're going to have on them and what situation they're coming from. So it's really a beautiful way to give back and make sure that, one, the child has what they need to start to survive and start to thrive in this new family. And also the people who are opening up their homes in the kindness of their heart have what they need to do this and help these children thrive.
Tina was on the show a few months ago, and I remember she told me this story that has stuck with me all this time about someone who brought their child in and they were getting a new pair of shoes. I think it was during the February fundraiser that you guys were doing, and they had never owned a pair of shoes that were clean and new on the bottom. And they really weren't sure how to process that. The kid wasn't sure. He's like, wait, this is what they look like. I've never had a pair of shoes that didn't already belong to somebody else.
Right. It's heartwarming to see the reaction from the children, and it's also heartwarming to see the reaction from the donors and the foster parents, because I think there is so much very easily that we can take for granted. And when a pair of shoes that have not been worn before lights your eyes, they're not waiting for the newest best iPhone. They want shoes.
You mentioned a second ago whether it's a donation of items or it's cash. Because you have such a wide range of needs that are walking through the door, you may have some crazy day where 6 people need strollers and you only have 3 strollers in the store. So it makes it a little bit more complicated. But by donating cash, you guys can have whatever you need on hand.
We do have a Facebook page, Froggy's Closet, that people can follow. And we'll put out, Tina will, we need boys clothing from 6 to 10-year-olds. And sometimes you just might not be thinking about it, but you go, oh, Jimmy's 12 now. He can't fit in those. I've got him in the basement. Let me just take them and donate them. And here a kid has some clothes to wear. So there is on the Facebook page, you can follow that. And if there are dire needs, that's on there. And it's a great way to just drop it by and say, here you go.
I will tell you, I had a moment this past weekend. I haven't gotten them in to drop off at Froggy's Closet, but I had a moment this past weekend when I was at Target and they had this cute little boy's outfit. And of course, my kid's 27 now. And I'm like, oh, I remember the days when I used to buy those cute little outfits. So I literally pulled up the Facebook page to see if that boy's clothing was a need. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy them anyway. And I'm going to take them to Froggy's Closet so some other kid gets to have something new. And then I feel like, maybe my kid is still 10 years old.
Right. Well, I think we always think our kids are kids, right? That's wonderful. And something like that, it just helps so much. And just like you said with the shoes, Janet, somebody having an outfit that isn't a hand-me-down oftentimes is something out of their realm. They've never experienced that. So anything, even the smallest bit, can make a difference in a child's life and make a difference in the self-esteem that they feel and the inclusiveness that they feel in this new family. Because to look at it from our age and process it with our adult brains is difficult enough. But think if you're a young child and you don't know what's going on and why you've been taken from mommy and daddy. You might not know. And so to have something that's yours or makes you feel a sense of normalcy, which I think we can all use after last year.
Right.
But a sense of normalcy and a sense of belonging really can set the child off on the right path to grow and thrive.
And a lot of times these are school age kids. I mean, they're going to school with other kids. Again, another situation where maybe it's a different school. It's very hard to make new friends and to fit in. And it's even harder if you don't feel confident in yourself. But when you got your new shoes and a pair of shorts that belong to you and a book bag that's got your name written on it, it really does go a long way, because these kids are our future leaders of our community. We really got to think about that now, and not, because the teenage years we all want to forget. So now it's the time to plant that seed and make that foundation.
Yeah, it's one of the most rewarding things to see the children and to see the impact that such a small part of what we do can make such a big impact on a child and on their development and on how they feel about their life. And I hate to sound selfish, but it is rewarding. It is rewarding.
We talked about COVID. We kind of joked a little bit about COVID the last couple of minutes. Let's take a break. And we come back, I want to talk about the impact that COVID has had on your organization and being able to do fundraisers and provide these services. Because I know you've got a fundraiser coming up next Saturday, and I want to get the details from that. Can we do all of that in the next segment?
Sounds great to me.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation. We are pre-recording today with Tracy Vosika. She is a volunteer with Families Reaching Out group. That is Frog. Many of you probably know about Froggy's Closet. We're going to talk about an upcoming cornhole tournament that is happening at Richard's Fruit Market on Saturday, July 17th. So hang in there a couple of minutes and we'll get all the details for that when we come back.
Got a financial decision to make or a goal to reach, but you don't know where to start? You've come to the right place. Introducing Quick Money Chats with the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program. Visit tinyurl.com/Quick Money Chat to schedule a virtual chat with a staff member or trained volunteer. We won't tell you what to do, but we will give you the tools you need to choose wisely. And because Virginia Cooperative Extension is part of Virginia Tech and Virginia State, your land-grant universities, you can be sure that our information is credible and trustworthy. And you'll know that we aren't trying to sell you something. Maybe you want to improve your credit score, or reduce your banking overdraft fees, or even figure out if you can afford to buy that car. Sorting through tons of information on the internet can be overwhelming, and sometimes it can be hard to know who to trust. Schedule a Quick Money Chat and get the information you need to take action. Go to tinyurl.com/Quick Money Chat and get financial education personalized for you.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Friday. As you are listening to the show today, we, of course, have pre-recorded our conversation. We are chatting with Tracy Vosika. She is a volunteer with Families Reaching Out group. That is Frog. A lot of you have seen Froggy's Closet, the cutest little logo. I got to tell you, Tracy, I love that little green frog. It just makes you happy every time you see it. We talked in the first segment a little bit about the organization and what a niche need that it fills, that I think a lot of us in our community didn't even realize was a need. So kudos to you and all the other volunteers and the staff at Froggy's Closet. COVID, we joked, has been this vortex of a year. I cannot begin to imagine the impact that it had on fundraising, on being able to provide these items and the services and things that you do to your families.
We have had quite a last 18 months, let us say. I think we all can realize that has been the case for everyone. But with an organization like this, we rely heavily on donations, whether they be monetary or the stroller you don't use anymore, or the car seat that you no longer need. And I think everyone kind of stayed inside and as we were asked to do, quite frankly. So it has put us back a little bit, and we could certainly use the support. And now that we're out and people are vaccinated and we're getting back to things, a lot of our support also comes from fundraisers that we do, that hosting events. And we weren't able to do that for the last 18 months. So we're really excited. This is our kickoff event coming up July 17th, we're having a cornhole tournament. Don't mean to brag, but I can throw some bags.
See, I suck at cornhole. My husband has a set of boards and he is forever trying to get me to go play a game out in the backyard, and I am not good at it at all.
Well, you're never going to be, Janet, if you don't practice.
I think it just requires more glasses of wine, more bottles of wine. I think it's like bowling, that I'll get better at it the more I drink while I'm doing it.
Or won't care that you're still not good.
Right.
there's one or the other. July 17th at Richard's Fruit Market, which you haven't been out there. It's Marlborough Road and Middle Road, basically, just outside of Middletown. It's a lovely place. He's got a great place. We're going to have the cornhole. We are going to have face painting. We're going to have, of course, the tournament. There will be beverages for sale. There will be some wine tasting. This is like a family fun day from 10 to 5. You got to be there by 11 to register for your team. And then bags fly at noon. So it's going to be a good day, just a lot of fun out there. I do want to mention that Ames and Water Street Financial are our title sponsors. And I tell you what, Janet, it takes a village, as they say, and there are a ton of sponsors, a lot of people. It's on the Facebook page. They'll be noted out there. I'm a sponsor. Lots of wonderful folks are sponsoring to put this on and have this tournament to raise some money for Froggy's Closet. And there's no admission, so you can come out and just hang out and enjoy. But if you do want to get into the cornhole tournament, there is a small fee to get in there, but there are prizes.
Yeah, it's always about the prize. It's
Yes.
It's mostly about the winning, and then it's about what do you get for the winning.
Yeah. So no, we got some great ones this year for the cornhole tournament. First of all, we have, for first place, there are some custom-made professional cornhole boards that you get to take home with you. Second place gets a $100 gift certificate to Piccadilly Public House and Restaurant. Third place, $75 gift certificate to Village Square. So if you're good enough, you get another set of cornhole boards. If not, you get to go drink.
You can go drown your sorrows in your second or third place.
Yes.
And there's going to be live music at this event as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We have Rob Talton is from 11:30 to 2. And then Brian Stutzman will be out there from 2:30 to 5. We have a 50-50 raffle, face painting for the kids. I mean, this is like a country fair with cornhole.
Well, and you picked a great spot. My listeners know Eddie, Richard, and I go way back. So he's done the show with me several times. I help him with a lot of his marketing and stuff for my day job. But they've got a petting zoo. They've got the market. There's milkshakes. I mean, there's so many things to do there, even if you're not playing cornhole, that you can come out and enjoy the day and support the organization.
Yeah. Could we also please mention his mother's pies?
Yes.
Those are to die for.
And you picked the perfect time to have this be your kickoff event, because if I'm not mistaken, peaches will be in by the time this event happens next Saturday. So peach milkshakes, peach pies, everything peach you can possibly imagine.
Oh, I tell you, I'm going to have a happy belly. That's all. We have 20 teams that are available to play in the cornhole tournament. It is, I believe, double elimination, and it's $50 a team.
And the last I heard, there were only a handful of teams left. So people really do need to reach out and get their team reserved. Otherwise, they're going to have to be a bystander, and no Piccadilly Public House and no Village Square for them.
Right. They can certainly call Froggy's Closet 733-4192. She's there Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So you can call there to sign up and get your cornhole board in the ring, if so to speak. But it's going to be a great event. I think that we have a lot of great volunteers. We have a lot of fun going on there, and a lot of fabulous sponsors.
You've got an event set up for this on the Froggy's Closet Facebook page. So people can go to Froggy's Closet, click the events tab, and all the information is there, including how they can register.
Absolutely. It is all on there and easy to do. And we have a couple of teams left, but again, it's just going to be a nice thing to come out and even just experience. And like I said, there's no admission. You can come out, enjoy the day, look at everything at the fruit market, the petting zoo, the flowers, and maybe give a donation if you so feel inclined.
Free admission is great, but I would totally have somebody with a bucket at every single entrance and exit at Eddie's that day saying, would you like to donate? Because you would be amazed how many times people will just throw a 20 in a bucket. because it's just easier. And so, yeah, definitely do that.
Volunteering, Janet?
I think Leslie already had that covered. I think.
We did.
But you said at the top, there's going to be wine tasting and beer tasting and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't make a very good volunteer that day.
Yes, and there will be beverages for sale and some food. It's going to be the whole kit and caboodle.
Now, do you plan to then move forward through the rest of the summer into the fall and really start then gearing up and having more big events, little events, medium-sized events?
Oh, I tell you what, Tina Marie and I just decorated the front of Froggy's closet, the window. We are having our abnormal formal again this year. We are bringing it back. It is going to be September 11th. I believe we start at 7:43, but show up whenever you want. But it is an under the sea theme. So we're very excited that we're getting back into, like everyone says, normalcy of being able to have these events and do the fundraisers. And if you haven't been to the abnormal formal, it is just a ton of fun. People dress funky, dress in whatever you want, but it's going to be a great event. Tickets are, I think, $75. You can get them at Froggy's Closet or online through Eventbrite.
And you guys do a really good job when you talk about those themes. You really take those themes to like a whole nother level. I think several years ago, is it Anne Marie?
Yes.
Came and did the radio show, and I think and talked about the abnormal formal that year. And I think it was like psychedelic 70s or something was the theme. And then I saw the photos after and thought, wow, they were not kidding.
Yeah, people really gear up for it. It's going to be fun. I have no doubt that there will be several mermaids at this one this year for Under the Sea.
And a few Finding Nemo people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A few Dories. That's what it is. See, I told you, my kid's 27. I don't even remember what the names of some of these cartoon characters are from Disney anymore.
Well, you're allowed. You're allowed.
So where can people get more information?
I think it's just Froggy's Closet on Facebook. And then also by calling Froggy's Closet or just stopping by. I mean, honestly, I think if you're downtown, it's right there on Piccadilly Street. And just to stop in and see the amazing job that the volunteers and the staff do there. You can, if you don't have a stroller, if you don't have a car seat, or you don't have clothes, coming down and just helping to fold and organize the clothes makes a huge difference. If you can give 2 hours of your time to come down and just help out. And once you see it, and it's like a little shopping, it's like a little mall basically for things that kids are going to need. And once you see it, it just pulls your heartstrings and you say, this is something that someone might not have and might not have access to. And you can see what a difference it makes. It's a lovely, lovely charity. And the work that they do there is just amazing and is just from the bottom of their hearts too. This is not a for-profit. Everything that comes in, everything goes directly to the children and the families in need.
So the Ames and Water Street Financial Cornhole Tournament, it will benefit you on Saturday, July 17th at Richard's Fruit Market. It's from 10 to 5. Register your team at 11. Bags fly at 12. But kids' activities and food and both alcohol and non-alcohol libations are available. And everything is on the Froggy's Closet Facebook page. It's also on the Richard's Fruit Market Facebook page as well. Tracy, thank you so much for meeting up with me and catching up and giving me all the details for this.
Absolutely. It was lovely to see you again, Janet.
We are going to wrap up our conversation today with Tracy Vosika. She is a volunteer at Froggy's Closet, Frog Families Reaching Out group. Again, the fundraiser is at Richard's Fruit Market on Saturday, July 17th. You can find all the details for that on Facebook. But it is Friday. I reminded you that at the top of the show. And tomorrow, as you were listening to the show on Friday afternoon, tomorrow is Colonial Kids Day at the Burwell Morgan Mill. You have heard Nathan come on the show for years now and talk about how cool Colonial Kids Day is. It is happening tomorrow from 11 to 4 at the Burwell Morgan Mill. So make sure you get over there and have a great time. Take the kids and sneak a little education in while they think they're actually having fun. I'll meet you back here on Monday for a brand new episode, just a few minutes after noon.